What's up, ladies and gents? Welcome back. I'm your host, CenterStrain01, and we've got more Resident Evil 0 hard walkthrough for the HD remaster. So hopefully you guys watched my episode that I did, episode 2 of making a walkthrough, which is going to show you exactly what you need to do in order to get by the next couple of sections, and as well as defeating the boss fight. So go watch that if you want to see me go through this section and figure everything out that I need to do. So with that being said, we are going to get right into this. First thing we're going to do is switch to Billy. Now you notice that we are injured one hit and we're dead, so this does take a little bit of practice and time, but it is possible. So you're going to wait a little bit before you move out. Alright, you want him to there you go. Sweet! Okay, this is going to be close because we hit the wrong button, but it's alright. I think we're good. We're going to use the item. Right now, everything is paused, so I think that's a good thing. Now, if you remember correctly, on one of the notes that we read that I explained what blue and red meant, we're going to show you exactly what that combination is. That combination was 4, 8, 6, and 3. And hurry up and hit the button so that he doesn't get to you. Oh, sweet. So puzzle number 1 is solved and complete.
Maybe I could use this.
Rebecca here. Over.
Billy, I found something here that might make you happy. It's an aerial cable car.
Really? That's great. Now we can get out.
Yep, let's regroup as soon as possible. Over.
Roger.
I find it hilarious because she's technically right now right above, so she's already seen this. But yeah, I don't know why it does that. So what I'm going to do now is, because we want to mix some things up, because I love you guys, we're going to change up Billy's. I mean, we've seen them all. We're going to go with his... We're going to go with his jacket. Remember, he's still in caution mode, but luckily we're not going to be needing him, or not going to be having him for a while, so... Alright, with that being said, we're going to switch back to Rebecca. And I'm going to use tank controls because it's so much easier if you watch the making of vid to use the tank controls in that. Alright, now that we're both down here, we're going to let Rebecca pick up the output reg coil. So we got the input and the output. What we need to do now is switch over to him and exchange it. Okay, yeah, that's right. We don't... Yeah, you got to go this way because there's a section you need to get into that you can only get in with using the hook shot. So we've got a total of one more time. I think we're going to be using this. As you can see, we've got shotgun shells. We can't get them yet. Go ahead and input both of these. Alright, we're going to go ahead and pick up the shotgun ammo. And we can actually exit the room now. Go back down to where Billy is and try to enter the train, but we want to make sure that everybody's got the items that they need. See how much easier it is when you use tank? This game was definitely made for tank, but getting around enemies is definitely sometimes a little bit easier with the auxiliary controls, augmented, whatever. Alright. So, we're going to use hookshot one more time and we'll get rid of it. He's got the shotgun 4 in there. So should be good. We're going to keep everything you see here. And we should be good to go. Immediately hold up and to the right, so you get by him. Don't make the same mistake I did right there. Yes! We did it. Last time we weren't able to do that. This time we were able to just get by. Yes. So far it is going perfectly smoothly. Pick up the coil again. And we can also drop the hook shot. I don't know why it's dark. It's never dark in the game, but for some reason it makes you think it's dark. Alright, we're going to go ahead and drop the hook shot. Getting around him the second time is actually pretty easy. So switching to tank controls. That way it's a little bit easier to get around here. And we're going to hit straight for the train. No lollygagging around. Plenty of time, see? And we have done it. Moving on to the next section. Laboratory complete. Here we're going to pick up the Magnum. Now, remember last time we actually forgot the Magnum rounds, but amazingly, we're going to be okay because we're going to be able to pick them back up without having to do all that backtracking. Alright, new section of the game. So there's going to be 2 health items out here that we are going to pick up. I want to make sure she is in fine condition and she has just enough room for 2. I'm thinking to myself, yeah, we're going to go ahead and pick them up, and then I will strategically place it in a location where I can leave one of them. So we'll be good to go. You can't go to the room to the left here. Have to go to the upstairs. So there's 2 hunters that we're going to come across. I've got 2 health items. I'm okay with getting hit by the hunters twice, and I would still be okay, and I can get my health back up to fine. My goal is always to get around them without taking damage, and it is possible, but it's not something that I worry about tremendously. So right here, I'm going to go ahead and drop one of these, because we need 1 space. We're going to go ahead and get our Magnum out. The hunters will only show up once you grab the key. You could have saved in a room that was right to the I mean, I'm sure you saw the room in that section right there. But I would rather save till afterwards because of the boss fight. Alright, so go ahead and pick up the key, and you can take a look at the screen. You can see the Tyrant. Alright, so this is the part where the hunters are going to come. Wait for that one. And you can see we got hit by him twice, but it should be okay. 3 times. Anyway, it made it hard. Actually, that went a little bit worse than I was hoping it would have. I know you can get by it without taking damage if you're just smart enough, but it's alright. Not a big deal. We're probably in caution, and we're still in caution. Unfortunately, we took 1 extra hit, which didn't get us up to fine. But, you know, that's why we have this extra one, just in case something like that happened. I wanted to give this to Billy when we meet back up with him, but, you know, when I record, usually things don't always go the way you want them sometimes. But we're still good to go. We did that so we wouldn't fire any Magnum bullets. You can take out those 2 hunters with Magnum bullets. It would just take 2 of them. But we want to save our Magnum ammo because we need it for the boss fight. Take the map. I don't really think you need it, but I always like to pick up maps. if it'll let me. Just the way this game is, I will say one bad thing about it is that it's not as easy to pick up items because there's so many so much text that are around different areas that you can accidentally happen instead of what you want to pick up. A lot of you might notice that this is actually from Resident Evil 2, which is a pretty cool little fact. So what we're going to do here is save. The reason here is in case something goes wrong with the, as you can see, look, I'm right in front of it and still won't pick it up. There we go. If something goes wrong with the boss fight, then you're good to go. You don't have to go too far back. All right. All that's left now is we have a few cutscenes and a boss fight. You can see the area has changed now. And we're in a new location.
Don't shoot! You're alive.
Are you okay, Rebecca?
Where is everybody?
They should have arrived here before me. Haven't you seen them? That's unfortunate. If we go straight from here, we should arrive at an old mansion which Umbrella uses for research. Come on, let's go.
Wait! I've got to find Billy.
Billy Cohen? You mean you found that criminal?
Yes, but we got separated and...
No point worrying about him. He won't make it. Come on, let's go.
Sir, please. I need to find him. Don't worry. I'll catch up with you.
Rebecca... All right. Just be careful.
I never saw him again.
And of course, if you've played Resident Evil 1, you know all about that. So we're going to pick up the elevator key. It is time for the boss fight. I've got this boss fight down. It took me only 2 tries to figure this out and what I needed to do. So hopefully everything will work out. But we do have that save that's not too far back. That's the whole point of that, so let's do it.
What is that?
Immediately aim and fire 6, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then move. Fire 2. Get out your handgun. Move to the left side of him, keep firing, and you should take him down. Nice. Worked just like it did before, so it looks like that method is pretty good to use every single time. Actually, before it quits here, we're gonna change up our uniform here. We're gonna go with the nurse again. Isn't that awesome? It's great. I love that that you could figure out, you know, a good strategy for that boss without taking any damage. All right, so we're on level 3. We're going to go to level 1. This is always a risk, especially since we don't have any health items. But I definitely recommend it because we're going to be able to go back to where we were in the previous section of the game and get those magnum rounds, which we will, I'm sure, definitely want later. But remember, there are some piece of crap zombies in here. So just figure out how to get around them. As you can see, it's actually not too difficult. And hopefully everything will work out on the way back. Again, if you don't want to take too much of a risk, there is another save point, if you remember back in the main hall, that you can do. Oh, we got her dress all dirty. Or her nurse's outfit. There is a few things that we haven't seen yet, like we haven't done any of the t-shirts, so we'll try some of those too. I do want to show you guys a little bit of everything. So, as you can see here, bam! Magnum rounds. And if we didn't get hit 3 times, I wish this could have worked. We would have 1 herb left, and we could mix it, and we could possibly get Billy back to his 100% state. But unfortunately, it just did not work. And I don't feel like replaying it again. Should be 1 more. Again, you could save right here if you want to, but that's only if you feel like you're not very good at getting around zombies right here, because these are the last zombies that you're going to have to literally worry about up until past the next save point. I wonder if you could pick up the other handgun as well, but this is the better handgun. It's the upgraded one, and it's Billy's old handgun, so it's just way better to use. And we've got shotgun shells that we've been picking up, so it was already going to take up a spot. That's why we went ahead and kept them. Alright, so we need to get these guys as far over here as possible so we can go around them. You can see there's that knife, but we don't need it. Alright, so we've picked up everything on floor 1. Now we're going to go to floor 2. There's only one. Technically, there's 2 things we can pick up here. It is a risk, though. Picking up one item is simple, but picking up the second item is a risk. I don't know if I'm going to do it or not. Do I feel saucy? I don't know. But the first item you definitely want to pick up right here, which is the magnum ammo. More magnum ammo. So now we're back up having, you know, crap loads of magnum ammo. Alright, you can see he's already heading for me, so immediately go back. Alright. So we picked up the handgun ammo and we picked up the magnum ammo, and we're good to go. Now it's time to head to level 4. We started this trip on level 3, so 4 is the last one we need to go to.
Playtime is over. You and your friends no longer amuse me. Good riddance. Now nothing will stop me from getting my revenge.
He's got daddy or grandpa issues for sure. I like how Billy's been down there this whole time, and only when we come through this room does that creature down there decide to disturb him. Gotta love video games. Alright, so you can see you got a gas can if you've been using Molotovs. Not need to go in there yet. So we are going to go right in here. So happy that we made it. And everything seems to be working rather well. Let's take a look at our inventory. You can see we've got plenty of ammunition there. We've got, look at how many, 17 rounds. Awesome. Which is so glad that we were able to go back and pick up the Magnum ammo, which made things so much better. I'm going to go ahead and pick up the ink ribbon, and now we have a total of 5 ink ribbons. Sweet. So I feel so much more confident about going into the last section of the game, and hopefully we're going to be able to get through this, and we can get back on track to showing you guys the correct way of doing stuff instead of, you know, messing up like we did for a few parts there. There's something we're going to be using right here once we get back to the next video. I don't think there's anything else. I don't think there's a typewriter. Yeah, that's about it. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this walkthrough, and of course I will see you on the next one. Peace out, bitches.